Okay, as promised, here's the after video for the before and after of my cleaning up and squaring away of my space. This time this has got audio and the audio is going to sync, we hope. We've got the lights on, so we've got the glare here and there, but this is the table which I use for modeling and painting and coloring and then just other stuff that needs to be done. At the moment, I've got it set up for some coloring. We'll swing around here so you can see what it looks like without quite so much glare. This is a tight space, so bear with me. But there's the other stuff. That's a pile of stuff for painting and modeling. And then I've got the mandala that I'm working on the table right now. Little Lazy Susan, there's the geek glasses on top. You gotta love it, right? Little Lazy Susan contains my pencils for coloring. And then over here is the computer printer, no big deal, but War in the East 2 there, that's the manual for the PC game, Gary Grigsby's War in the East 2. That's a pretty scary book for a PC game. I haven't played the game yet. But over here we've got the Ankh-Morpork city map, and then up here on the top of the PC desk, I've got a few odds and ends here, including over here, what do we got? We got, whoa, yes, Baby Grognard, that's what it is. That picture was taken in August of 1957. As you can see, there is plenty of snow on the peaks there in the background. You know, you probably can't hear her, but Ivy is in here commenting for us too on this attempt to make this video because she wants attention. Yes, that is a blue rock. And a pack of tarot cards there in a pretty sparkly container. Bag, I suppose you would call that, wouldn't you? And then over here I have got Memento. This was from Boots. And my last in 2016 was A Balloon Companion. And I am glad that the vet has presented me with that little memory for Memento. Another sad day when I have to take him in and say goodbye to him. All right, happier stuff here. Including Bipolar for Dummies, which was an important part of my recovery process, which is why I hold on to it. And then over here, we've got the box that contains all of my loose games, games that didn't come in boxes. And it's only about half full right now. The other half is in various spaces, as we will see momentarily. But first, we have to come down here to the heart of the matter, which is one of the two bookshelves that hold my box of games. And beneath that, in the last couple of bookshelves, or almost the last two at the bottom, I have my Terry Pratchett Discworld books collection. And then down at the bottom, got this kind of odd assortment of games, including games on the brain, books, including on the right there, my box set copy of The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. All right, we come around here. Okay, Ivy, which one are you? Yes, there you go. It's your big moment. Smile for the camera. No, she's watching for something out the window here, even though it's pitch dark out there and you can't see a thing. But of course, cats have good night vision, right? But then over here we come to the other shelf that's got my boxed games on it. And so that covers the boxed games that are shelved. There's a cat water bowl. Gotta have that. This is my Hall of Fame for the T-Fury t-shirts, which I have owned and worn out. Pride of place here in the center is a mashup of Batman and Hunter Thompson. That's the Penguin telling the Joker, "You can't stop here. This is Bat Country." And of course, it says, "Welcome to Gotham." This is a great mashup, and when I used to wear it, I only had one person who ever really got it and said, "Wow, that's amazing," which I thought so too. Anyway, down here we've got 3 good old Firefly shirts. Mutter's Milk, that's a diamond spacecraft. Here it's Serenity, and I can't do this at all with one hand, but as you can see it says shiny, and then shiny indeed, Kaylee's shiny spacecraft repair, with Kaylee sitting there with her umbrella. Oh dear. Okay. Up here we have Beast of Monty Python and the Holy Grail fan as well. And so we have another Monty Python, Black Knight. No text with this, just the Black Knight with his arms off. And then last but not least, we have up in the upper right-hand corner here, that's Edgar Allan Poe, of course, sitting there saying, he's got wine bottles everywhere, and he's got, can't see it here, and I'm not going to try to lift it, but you'll have to trust me. On the floor, he's got more wine bottles and a pizza box with the lid half open, and it's the Raven sitting there beside him, but he's saying nevermore. And as a recovering alcoholic, I really enjoyed wearing that shirt around, even though I'm sure a lot of people didn't get it either. Don't get a lot of these shirts, but probably there's a fair amount of people who just don't get me, which is okay. That's life. That's the way it is, right? But here we have a lovely map of the Discworld. That's a favorite too, of course. That's what adorns my walls, is maps of the Discworld and Ankh-Morpork. But then we come down here, pièce de résistance, the table, which is actually in good shape. Again, pardon the glare. Bitter Victory is coming up. I got it punched, clipped, and ready to set up and start putting around. Same goes over here for Last Stand, which is a multi-man publishing game about that last desperate defense of Moscow in late 1941. Bitter Victory, by the way, is a game on the Allied invasion of Sicily in July of 1943, Operation Husky, as it was known. And then over here, the project, this is part of the project. There are other games which are going to go there as these get processed through. punching and clipping. I'm trying to get all my games punched, clipped, and yes, indeed, squared away so that I can choose any one of them that I wish to play without having to go through any punching and clipping beforehand. All right, and that about wraps it up for the after video. I thank you for your sweetly fake attention, and I want to remind you that as a friend reminded me by sending me this that she had made for me many years ago,